Well, I'm really proud of this team's effort, the way we're playing on the road. I told Bryce and Dylan that everybody in this basketball team has got to play like Zuby with that type of intensity, where every single play is the play of the game. These two guys did a fabulous job, and Ian, it's very difficult for a player who's never played the position to make the adjustment at this level, and he's doing great at it, better than I ever imagined. There's never a shot that he doesn't like, and this young man here, it's tough for a 35-year-old to keep getting better. He is, but I'm real proud of both of them. It was a great win. That's a terrific team, Villanova, so we're very excited. We've played very well on the road.
Bryce, after the Butler game, you kind of said that you were
John, could you give me some water, please?
Start of something after coming off the loss against Providence. Just what have you learned about this team that maybe you didn't know a couple of weeks ago?
I think it's our resilience and our preparation and practice every day. Like you said, after the Providence game, there was a bad taste in all of our mouths, and we didn't want to feel that type of pain again. So I feel like a switch flipped for me and the guys, and I feel like every day when we come into practice, we're, preparing at a high level for these games on the road and tough environments and stuff like that, just to be able to face adversity and stuff like that. So, just keep on building. I feel like the guys are coming together at the right time, and we're playing really good basketball right now.
Bryce, it seems like you're starting to be like a really big second half player. You've kind of been the finisher for them a couple games now. What happens at halftime that gets you going?
I wouldn't say anything. I feel like, whatever the team needs me to do, I'm just going to do it. I try to let the game come to me, whether it's getting rebounds, getting assists, getting my guys going, or scoring, whatever it may be. I just want to do that, whatever impacts winning. I try not to think too much of it. I just try to go out there, play free, and, think of my guys first and, just play through them.
He played 36 minutes without a turnover, and he had to handle the ball a lot. When I told the guys our backs are to the wall, and they all remember this, I said, but there's not a team I've ever coached with their backs to the wall that I'd rather have coached than you guys. There's not a shadow of a doubt that you guys will win. I said, 4 minutes of bad basketball, that's not going to make who you are. And they're all rising to the occasion. Joe Son hit a big three for us, didn't let missed free throws get us down. Great win.
Ian, when you have a performance like this, just what are you feeling?
I feel good. I think a performance like this is like Bryce said, a testament to the preparation you put in, knowing how the other team's gonna guard, knowing what they want, what they give up, knowing how ways we can score. So I just say preparation was a big part of it, and it was a good win for us.
After the game, when you guys beat Creighton, you were talking to Lefty, and he kind of said that there was, this team meeting after the Providence game, and the message was, we're not going to lose again. We're not going to have this feeling again. Can you kind of describe that meeting and whoever said it, and kind of what you guys have done over these last 4 or 5 games since?
It was a group thing. Like all of us know, we don't want to feel that way again. So basically, what Bryce said, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna prepare the right way. We're gonna do the things the right way. We're gonna pay attention to the little things that make big things happen. And just keep trying to get the job done.
Ian, in the first half, you started really well, but then foul trouble.
Yep.
How eager were you to maybe get back on the court in the second half and pick up where you've been?
Extremely. I'm a competitor. I want to be out there and trying to help our team win it any way possible. But my time out in the first half, my team, I feel like we did a great job. Obviously there's things we could fix, but we did a great job. We went to halftime with the lead, which is hard to do, especially in this conference. So I was just proud of them for doing a great job in the half, and looking forward to go out there second half and try to pick up where I left off.
Ian, what was the message throughout the team when Nova was surging there in the second half late? How did you guys kind of overcome that late from Villanova?
I think it was just us just staying together, not panicking, understanding that basketball is a game of runs. They're going to make it now. They're going to make their runs. They was due for one. So just staying together, understanding what we got to do to take away what they want to do, and just staying poised.
Bryce, you guys, out of halftime, you scored on 12 of your first 13 possessions and opened the lead up to like 16 points. What is it like to be in the middle of something like that where you guys are just like scoring on every possession?
I mean, it feels really good, and I feel like it's a testament to our defense and our preparation and practice. I feel like once we really got into our press and we were, applying pressure and making them, speed them up and play fast and stuff like that, I feel like that led to some of their turnovers, and, it allowed us to get out in transition. And I feel like when we play in transition with all the, guys we have and all the talent that we have on this team, it's very hard to stop us in transition. So I feel like whenever we apply pressure on the defensive end and in the press, I feel like it's going to lead to, good stuff on the offensive end.
Ian, you and Joe Son have kind of had your ups and downs so far this year, knowing that, he's struggled as of late, but seeing him hit those 2 3-pointers late in the game. Can you just kind of describe that feeling for him and what you were kind of thinking in those moments?
Can I describe his feeling?
Like you were feeling, like what it meant for the team that he was able to hit?
That's what he does, Joe Son is an extremely talented scorer. We all know that. So him missing shots doesn't affect the way we see him. We want him to keep shooting, and we think he's going to make the next 10 in a row.
Bryce, I know that there's been some periods here during the season where you guys have been a little bit disappointed or didn't win a big game that sort of built up, but you guys are alone in second place now in the Big East. How does it feel to have gotten past all of those things to be where you are?
It feels good, but the job's not finished. Our eye is on a bigger goal, and we have to keep on preparing at a high level no matter who our opponent is. And the next practice we go into, which I believe is tomorrow, we're going to prepare at a high level, and we're going to not take it lightly.
What was the key for you guys to shut down Lewis?
I think respect more than anything else. He had 90 assists and 30 turnovers. So taking away his left hand and trying to turn him over is respect.
Coach, from a leadership perspective, coming off of a win like tonight, what stands out most to you about this group when they face adversity?
No, like I said earlier, when I told them their backs were to the wall, I said, I'm not even a little bit nervous, a little bit concerned. I said, there would be other times I probably would be a little concerned, but I'm not with you guys because of your character, the way you practice, the way you play. And our guys are getting better and better. They're all improving. So I never doubted for one bit. I mean, Roger did and a few other people, but Roger has a right to doubt. It's called the darkness of doubt. It's an ugly thing that rears its ugly head. So, Roger, I'll forgive you on that.
That was very, very nice. Rick, second place in the Big East. How do you feel about
Roger, I really don't look at that as much as I look at the way we're playing. I really think that when you can win these road games like this, to play that tenacious, to battle a crowd, not give in, miss free throws and not let – that was my message. I said, miss free throws, unless we play bad defense, doesn't bother me. I said, they're all good free throws. They look like they're going in. Don't worry about it. And we did some really good things. So second place is okay, but more important is we're playing – we keep going like this and playing better basketball. And your fruits come with that type of labor when you put the work. These guys put the work in every single day. I know I've been repetitive so much as it's one of my favorite teams I've coached. One guy's better than the other. I can't say which guy has the best attitude because I'd have to name 13 guys.
And Rick, those first 9 minutes, the 13 possessions, scoring 12 times, what is it like for you as the guy who coached them to play that way, to see them do it?
Well, our halftime was very emotional. I don't ever get on Zuby, and I got on Zuby very hard for backing up. And I told him, I said, listen, man, you're not perfect. Although you've been perfect in my eyes, you're not perfect. I make mistakes, you make mistakes. Stop backing up. And the rest of you guys, stop backing up. Take away the three. Stop doing it. And I knew he'd come out and play well. There's only 2 times in my life where I've really gotten on 2 players, and I felt bad about it. One was Billy Donovan in the Alabama-Birmingham game, and Zuby tonight. I felt bad about it. But feeling bad only lasted about 5 seconds for me.
Rick, has this team proved anything to you over these last 4 games that maybe you didn't know about them?
No, not at all. I've always been confident in this team. I've always been confident. We played a very tough schedule. Disappointed we didn't beat Iowa State. Disappointed we played a poor half. But, one of the keys to us is when we can play at a high tempo, we play our best basketball. We've scored 92-90 and tonight 86. Now, We're not doing that on Tuesday, okay? We're not doing that. When you play Seton Hall, you're not scoring 90 points. So we got to get ready for a different battle. And we have to. So the second place, I don't even think about, they don't think about. They're really focused in on the next game, the next possession by possession by possession. The future, if you play hard, take care of itself.
The idea of
What happens at halftime that gets Hopkins going?
Say it again, Roger.
What happens at halftime that gets Hopkins going?
I think he's he's developing a much better personality, and what I mean by that is he's really getting into the team and the emotion of the team. We're a very emotional team. We leave the locker room very emotional, and he's getting into it. He went after some rebounds tonight that were pure toughness. He didn't deny about 3 times in the press, and I got on him, he said, that's my bad, it won't happen again. So he's really coming out of his shell. I think it just takes a little time getting to know each other, but he's improving, Ian's improving. I never worried about Josan for one bit. He's had 2 great practices. I know he can score, he played good defense tonight. Josan I don't even concerned about. He's a great basketball player. Hasn't shown it yet, but he will. He's maybe the most physically talented young man on our team.
Kevin kind of has Villanova on an NCAA path right now, at the very least. What do you see?
Well, Kevin's a great coach. And I'll tell you something that bothers me. The Maryland situation, I don't know. If I could have advised him to handle it a certain way, I couldn't have. What the people don't know, especially people everywhere, is Kevin's one of the finest young men I've ever been around. Great husband, great father, great son, great friend, and he's just a tremendous young man. I know him for so long. So you all think you're getting a great coach. What you don't know is what a great person he is. One of the best I've been around. My family loves Kevy Boy. I still call him Kevy Boy, and still love him to this day. So he's a wonderful coach. Villanova is very lucky to have him. He's going to do great things here. I'm a big fan of his, always will be, roots for him really hard. His dad's one of my closest friends in life, so he's going to do great things.
What would you advise them in Maryland? And what's the
look, if you lie to the media and say, they're going to get you, they're going to get you. And so what do you say? It's okay. Kevin wanted to go to a Catholic school. His background's extremely Catholic. He wanted to go to that environment. His family, his wife is not far from me. She's in the Penn State area. He wanted to, I don't know what the best thing. If you ask him a question, he doesn't want to talk about that. It's a tough situation. But regardless of that, whether he did right or wrong, he's a tremendous person. Tremendous. And he's going to have a great career at Villanova. There's not a doubt in my mind. I know Jay Wright's sitting up there and saying he knows Kevin really well. He coached against him and said, that's a great coach.
About a month ago, I think that the kind of terminology you were using was that this team has a chance to be a good team. Do you have a different assessment about what its ceiling might be now?
Roger, I think the greatest gift in life and the greatest gift to any basketball team is humility. I think when you're humble, you coach better, you play better, and good is the enemy of great in most circumstances. But if I say we're a great team, we're going to get our asses beat the next game. So if you could just stay humble, you work hard every single day. So good is always the enemy of great in business and other areas. You strive for greatness, not to be good. But just stay balanced. We're a good team. We're only going to get better. If you keep that message to them, they'll stay hungry and humble. And that's what I'm after. Just be humble, be hungry, get after it.
Rick, when Ian, Zuby, and Bryce were scoring the way they did tonight, does that kind of ignite you guys on both ends of the court?
Yeah, I think anytime you score, you play better defense. And what I kept telling them on missed free throws, I said, look, we've been here before, and we've lost the lead because you get down about a missed free throw. So let's learn from that. Let's get our stops. And I kept telling them, don't play not to lose. Play to win. Keep attacking. Don't play not to lose. When you're on the road, if you have a fear of them coming back, they get their run and they win the game. So it was a great win. Good seeing everybody.